Hey guys, so I'm filming this video for like the fifth time. Oh gosh, I get like 8 minutes in and I realize I've gone off the track of what I was trying to say, or something happens, or someone keeps texting me, so annoying. But I'm trying to stay focused and tell you guys, like, I'm very sorry I've been away. I have recently started a new job. I'm not incredibly in love with it. I like the company that I work for. Not sure I really like the store that I'm working in. The people that I work with are lazy. Not every single person, but like too many of them. I'm training to be a shift manager in a restaurant, and I won't say which one because I don't like bring it where I work. But the store I'm in has been a bit of a nightmare, and we could talk about that another time. But with this new job and this new opportunity, I've made more money, I've had more hours, I spend a lot of time there. I don't have as much privacy to like film what I want to film, so I try to make the best of it when I can. On another note, I have not been able to play the way girls play at Ulta and Sephora or even the drugstore, because in the last year or so I was working for other retail places. Last year I was working at BJ's all last year, and I wasn't getting enough hours. I did not have a car, so I couldn't really get to work without having to pay like $8 a ride to go up the street. It was just exhausting. The whole thing was just super exhausting. And I ended up quitting when I got this new opportunity that I'm working on now. And I don't know. I now have money to play with a little bit more and like buy myself new makeup. I've been using old makeup. I've been using not old skincare. Like I really was just using eyebrow pencil, clear mascara, clear brow gel, and like lip gloss, if even that. Like I usually just use like chapstick or a lip balm. Um, but when I broke out this oldie but a goodie, this is the Balm palette called Rockstar palette, Balm Jovi. Get it? Balm Jovi. Living on a Stair. And it's all rock themed names and colors. And there's a section of like metal, classical, and alternative music. So Metallica is like the name of the first one. Silver, Iron Maiden, Led Zeppelin, Lead, Alice Copper, which is not copper, it's purple. And then the classical section is Adagio, Allegro, Moderato, Presto. And then we have the alternative section is Blink 1982, The Stroke, REM, or just REM. And then we have Third Eye Blinded. And the highlighter is called Disco Disco, and the matte blush is called Pop Pop. And a weird thing is that I needed a blush that didn't have glitter in it. And I realized I didn't have one. And I opened up this palette and I was like, I never touched it. So I put my brush on it and I couldn't believe how good it was. And I was like, I have had this palette for literally years and I probably should use it. So I've been using it, and the only thing I don't use is the bottom because those are lip things, and I probably shouldn't be touching that because it's old, so I don't use the lip things. But the eye stuff, the highlighter, I have the blush and the highlighter on today, and it's been pretty good. So since I was playing with that old palette, I was like, let's update our makeup. And I decided to buy a nude palette, but I didn't want to buy like a cheapy one. I wanted a nice, cruelty-free or higher end, just something just to treat myself, because it's been a very long time since I bought new makeup for myself. And I wound up at Ulta, and I was walking around with that Naked palette by Urban Decay, and my conscience was just like, you want one, but do you want one for $54? And you want one, but are you really going to use it? And I mean, I just hummed and hawed about it for a while. And finally, I was walking around with it, and I didn't like the Naked 1 palette. I liked the Naked 2, and then I think the Naked 3 was more like bronzy or smoky. They all look fantastic because the packaging is gorgeous. But I was like, do I just want it because everyone has it? And that's something I normally don't do. Like, I don't like. But I've been watching a lot of makeup videos, and I decided, I did my research and I wanted to find a nude palette that would be really good. And I know that Tarte is an amazing brand. So I bought the Tartelette in Bloom palette, which has a lot of basic colors, nudes, and very similar to the Naked palette by Urban Decay. Generous sizes, smells like vanilla. Bonus. I love their products. Nice size mirror. I mean, everything is just awesome. And I found myself like playing with them and swatching them in the store. And I was like, you know what? I've heard nothing but good things. I've seen several really great looks out of this. I'm getting it. So that was my first like big purchase in like 2 years in terms of makeup. I specifically, however, went to Ulta to get Pacifica's makeup, only to find out that my Ulta doesn't carry any of the makeup. They carry the skincare, they carry the hair care, and the fragrance, but they don't sell makeup. So I went to Target because I knew they carried Pacifica, and it's always stripped by the time I get there, no matter what time of day. And I'm hoping to find it, and I walk around, and the only thing I can find, Pacifica, is this. And I've been wanting to try this. My girl, Rianne at Wife Life, she talks about this. It's a variation of the same mascara technology that Drew Barrymore uses for her Flower line, which I love also. And it comes in like a rose gold tube, and I love it. And basically, this is the Pacifica Dream Big Mascara. And smells like normal mascara. And it has this twisting mechanism on it. Okay, I'll do it over my shirt since it's white. And you can, one way, it gives you length. It stretches it out. The other way shrinks it, bunches it, and it's more for like volume and curl. So I've used things like this before, and I was like, that's a knockoff of a Drew Barrymore product. But I prefer Pacifica's, I think. I don't know. It's kind of a tie in terms of formulation, but I can't be mad at vegan and cruelty-free, and I think that Flower is. But anyway, I bought this, and I spoke to a girl there in the cosmetics section, and she was like, yeah, we don't have anything Pacifica anymore. I think they're rebranding, or maybe they're going to expand, but we haven't had anything in a really long time. So I was like, wah, wah. And I wound up going to the one place I knew I could find some Pacifica products. By chance, went to my health food store. Walk in, and as soon as you walk in, there's a display of Pacifica products. And the first thing I see is, oh my gosh, they have the palette I wanted. This is the Pacifica Solar palette, complete color mineral palette, bright eyes and sun-kissed highlights. And my girl at Wife Life, Rianne, has been talking about this and using this forever. And then I looked at the bag. I didn't even have to look at it. I just grabbed it and was like, I'm buying it. This is the kind of palette I need for every day. Look at those colors. Those are highlighters, 3 of them. That's a blush and a bronzer. And then down here you have some eyeshadows. I mean, this is the kind of color play I wanted. I got my nudes. Give me some color. Boom. Then I thought that'll be it. I mean, if you want me to go in depth and open it up, I will. But by now, I'm sure a lot of people have seen what this palette looks like. But I then decided I needed more, and I walked over to the Pixi section, and I saw this. And it's the Pixi It's Judy Time. I guess she's a vlogger, maybe, or a makeup artist. And it says, get the look, it's lip time. And on the back, it tells you the names of all these colors. But, like, look at this. First off, I'm not someone who uses a lot of lip color. I like tint. I like something basic. But I've tried all but one of these, 2 of these so far. And I love the way they smell. I love the way they feel. I don't feel like there's, like, goo on my mouth, which, you know, it wears off normally. I just love how complimentary this is, and the fact that it's so many different colors, ranging from light, that's good, from lightest to darkest. I mean, for me, doing this kind of shade would be different because I usually stick in like the nudie brown section. So I needed something like this, that if I like this, then that'll help me find out what colors look good on me. I mean, we're going to like basic. I needed the most basic of basic things for my face. And then on a whim, I went back to Ulta on a different day. And I just so happened to be shown the Makeup Revolution brand. And I did not notice that they were cruelty-free or anything. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I should get it. And then I went home and researched and found out that they were, in fact, cruelty-free. Not vegan, but cruelty-free. Which is so I'd rather support that and a more affordable version of like a lot of what they do. And the fact that they make what all the other bigger brands are doing more affordable for those of us who maybe can't afford those things. But one thing I did check out was that this lady pointed me over to the Makeup Revolution palette, and I saw the unicorn, something unicorn, and I was like about to grab it. It's like fuzzy and pink and has a big pink glittery heart on it. It's very Lisa Frank looking, reminds me of childhood, and I was getting ready to grab it. And then just last minute, she goes, oh, did you see the Urban Decay Basquiat collection? And I was like, I forgot all about it. And that was the one thing from Urban Decay that I really, really wanted to try because I saw It's Likely Makeup channel, and I loved what she did with it. I saw J Kisses, but hers was like the big kit, and I bought the palette. And my sister, you know, she's a huge fan of art, and she studied art in college. I, of course, already knew who Basquiat was. I thought this was a really cool collaboration with whoever is in charge of his brand. And I loved that it was basically a nude palette and with like some fun colors. And I like that this is a collector's thing. So like when it's empty, which will for me be a very long time from now because I don't wear that much makeup, but I can hang this on my wall. But look at this. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, I'm not the first person to show you this stuff. This is, whoa, almost dropped it. This has been out for quite a little bit of time anyway. I'm sure tons of people who will show you how to do a fun eye. I'm still learning. So now I've got my fun summary, you know, I'll be using this forever. I'm planning on using this. I want to use everything up as long as I can. I've got my lip palette, and I got my Tartelette in Bloom. The only thing I wanted, my local health food store didn't have, was the Pacifica Beachy Punk palette. It's small. It's like 18 bucks. It's the only one I wanted. They didn't have that one. They had a different one, like Modern Romance or something. So I didn't get it, obviously. But I can get that one in time if I can find it anywhere. But what was fascinating was I went to my health food store and they had it. And then I went to pay and the lady was like, oh, so it's going to be this much money. And it was like, wait, what, why? And she goes, everything in the store, it's Customer Appreciation Week. Everything is 20% off. So I was like, hold on. Walked away and I grabbed this. And this is their like setting powder. It's called their universal powder, like Perfect Lotus. And I got home and I was like, uh-oh, I think I bought the wrong one because, I mean, look at how light this is. But I tried it and I like it a lot. I don't like the little container it's in. It's like this tiny little tin. I think it should either be bigger and have a little mirror, or I don't know, it's just a very odd, or maybe the lid should be attached because you could lose this lid in 2 seconds. So there's that, and that'll be good to like set it. I also picked up an extra bottle of a light BB cream because I've been using this for the last 2.5 years, maybe 3 years. I think this is like my third one. A little goes a long way. It's one of those things that it helps blur your imperfections. For me, in the wintertime, this is everything because I don't like full coverage. I don't like to feel like I'm hiding under anything. I don't mind if a couple little flaws peek through, or if I don't, I have concealer for that. I just want to give my skin an overall glow, and this does it. And I didn't think that this product that so many people can use would work on my skin, but it does. I have it on today, actually. And then I apply like setting powder and then other stuff, and then I'm good to go. So to add to that, I also grabbed the Pacifica products at Ulta where buy one, get one half. So I bought the Pacifica Berry Happy Cleansing Wipes. I've tried them. They smell great. They surprisingly make your face feel really, really good. I'm still a little bit leery about using something as a wipe and then just going to sleep. No moisturizer, no... I mean, I guess you could put moisturizer on. But just putting something on your face and not like rinsing it off, because I feel like, well, isn't there going to be something still left behind? But I just spray a little bit of rose water on and then I just go to sleep if I'm really that tired. But if I go down the hall to my bathroom to grab my stuff, I may as well just wash my face. But this is still good to have, so I wanted to try it. And I went to Five Below, which is a $5 or less store. Never been in there. And I found the Wet n Wild range of products. So I got the makeup remover wipes. And I don't wear so much makeup that I think I need a wipe. I usually just wash my face and it all comes off. And I bought these, but I really like it. And they smell like just basic soap. They smell so clean and so good. And I bought the Wet n Wild brushes also at Five Below. They were like $1 or $2 and change. And they work fantastically. And I think I want to get the rest of them. I think I bought like the little eyeliner brush too. I knew I bought a third one, but it's in my bathroom. And let's see, what else did I get? So my Pacifica, I went Pacifica crazy because I love them. I really, really respect them as a brand. I love that they're educating people and encouraging health and wellness and, you know, taking care of our skin naturally and not taking advantage of our resources. I mean, all of that. I'm with it. And I also recently bought Essence Lash and Brow Gel Mascara. This is my second one. I always buy clear mascara. I think that you can use it to smooth your edges. You can use it for your eyebrows, your eyelashes. You can do a lot of things with just clear mascara. I don't understand girls who spend $18 on an Anastasia clear anything. If it's clear, just go to the dollar store. Like, it just doesn't have an effect. Like, I just don't understand. I mean, it's your dollar. It's your dollar. I'm not going to judge, but I think it's kind of crazy. But that's just me. And I've also gone back to, I forgot how good this product was the NYX Wonder Pencil in medium. Hello, I suffer from like spots of redness and other things, and I used it today to cover up like a pimple I had up here, and I was like, oh my gosh, it freaking disappeared. And I totally forgot how good you were. So I love this thing. And I use it to trace around the bottom of my eyebrows to kind of like lift them. And side note, off of makeup for a second, check out my fake piercing I made. It's square with like a little flat circular bead on it. And I got these earrings from the local beauty supply store, and they cost $1. They look like gauges, which is why I think I like them so much. And these glasses are also from the beauty supply store, and they only cost me $4, $5 maybe. And I'm wearing under my eyes. I recently fell in love with Kat Von D's tattoo liner in Trooper, because I am not good at putting on a good cat eye, and I've tried the marker-like ones by NYX. I've tried using the liquid ones with a little brush. No. That is my favorite, and it costs like $20, and I don't care. It'll be like the one thing that I'll have to have. And then I just cover them right up with these fake glasses. And, oh yes, and I also bought an e.l.f. Matte Magic Mist and Set. I thought this was BS. I thought this was a load of crap. Everyone's setting their makeup. I was like, I just use rose water and roll with life. And now, ever since I found out that, you know, using a powder after you use BB cream, especially in humidity like we got in Jersey, I was like, I'm good. I don't need powder. I don't need spray or anything. And then I thought, you know what? I do sweat a lot in my job because I work in a kitchen, so let's try this. And I'd say I'm a fan. I would buy it again if I could find it. It was kind of hard to find the first time, so I just happened to come across it. So if I were trying to find it, I don't think I would have found it. Oh, and I've been using this mascara by Essence. Called Get Big Lashes Volume Curl. Have this on today. I like the big cartoony writing. The tube is red, black, and yellow. It's just an interesting thing to have in your bag. It's a lot of fun. And for the very first time, I bought a beauty blender of sorts. Not the beauty blender, but a beauty blender. This is Ulta brand. It's orange. I love saying that. And I don't know. I will say, I'll be honest. It does work. It definitely works. And I guess is that it for makeup? That might be it for the makeup. I mean, I went to Ulta a few weeks ago and a girl taught me that I needed corrector under my eyes before I even used concealer. And I was like, teach me, girl. And she goes, oh, you need an orange-based one. And she put like this one by Becca under my eyes. And that shit creased and looked nasty and old and heavy. And I was like, why did I let her do this to me? I thought I looked cute. And then she's like, oh, but if you want something cheaper, because that's like $30. I was like, girl, don't do this to me. So she walked me over to the NYX section, and they had this. NYX Dark Circle Concealer Corrector. And I said, wait a minute, I have that already. I bought this one in deep, whereas she gave me medium. She said, oh, no, you're not deep, you're medium. And I was like, dang it. So I think I have this already. So I got home, and sure enough, I had the same product, but I had it in a different color. But I keep it because it's summer, and I might tan, and then I can use it underneath. Or I can use it for something else. But it definitely works because I don't use a special kind of concealer at all. I use e.l.f. Apricot Beige, and the writing always rubs off. I stock up on this shit because it matches my skin tone perfectly. I use it under my eyes every day. I use a little around my nose if I have any redness. And, you know, up around my eyes, that's it. And maybe around my chin. That's it. And I love it. And the fact that it's like $1.75, I think. You can't beat that. You just can't. And last but not least on the makeup front, yes, last but not least on the makeup front, a girl taught me that I needed baking powder. And at first I was like, no, because I see so many people doing it. I needed a setting powder, I should say. And she said, oh, try this Revolution brand, Makeup Revolution. And I at first didn't want to because I didn't know anything about the brand. And I was like, oh, are they toxic? Am I going to be breathing all kinds of weird shit? And I think I still am. But this is the luxury baking powder in banana. I did not know that people of color should be using a banana powder. I'd seen it. We've all seen it, like in our grandma or our mom's bathroom. But I never thought about it. And I am a high yellow girl, so I knew that buying white would be weird because white tends to give you like that flashback in photos, and I don't get that with this. And the girl that sold this to me was chocolate as well. So, well, she was not chocolate, but she was like milk chocolate. I'm making myself hungry. This girl was really cute, and she was a considerable amount of shades deeper than I was, and she used it, and she didn't look ashy at all. She looked gorgeous and glowy and healthy, and she sold me on it, so I bought it. And honestly, I'm glad she did because I use it every single day, especially for me around this area. I sweat on my nose every time I put anything on my face, moisturizer, doesn't matter. And here it gets shiny. So that's it. And I'm usually good to go. And I think that's going to conclude the makeup portion. Next, we're going to move on to skincare. And I look forward to telling you guys about what I use on my